which is just great as a healthy meal. Just great as a healthy meal. Great as a, you know, you can call it a meal replacement, but it isn't really that. It's just healthy fast food on the go. I would have a shake as a breakfast. I would have a shake when I was hungry in between clients. I would use it in the evening when I was craving something sweet. Really, really simple and really effective. And the two things that my clients really struggled with was, number one, they weren't eating enough fruit and vegetables. Number two, they weren't having a breakfast. And you'll hear Emma's story in a little while. Just super simple to just grab something, throw it in the blender, juice it up with some, you know, some extra fruit with coconut milk, with water. If you've not even got that time, then you can just throw it in a shaker maker. It takes a minute to make and a minute to drink. So product-wise, the concept made total sense. The second thing that I love about it is the science. We are backed by medical science. We are actually the most researched nutritional product of its kind in the world. And what that means is we've done peer-reviewed gold standard studies from universities all over the world, right? So from King's College London to the University of Graz in Austria to Sydney University, from Tokyo's Women's Medical Institute, we have the research that proves, number one, the product gets into the bloodstream. Number two, the product actually has a positive impact on the body and what it does. I'm not going to go into the studies. You guys can get onto the website and you can read all the research on there. If you're a bit of a science boffin, you will spend a lot of quality time on that website, just reading the research and seeing what this product can do. But the two studies that I love, the first one is the King's College study. It's really, really important to know that when you use a supplement, it gets into the bloodstream. So what they did there is they found that lipid peroxides are reduced by 75% and beta carotene goes up by 500%. Lycopene goes up by 2,000% in the blood. And then the other study, give me a little wave if you want younger, healthy, fresh looking skin. Give me a little wave, right? Nobody wants a wrinkle. All right. So we did a study in 2009 on the products in the University of Heidenheim in Germany. And that proves that our capsules, again, get into the bloodstream and they increase skin hydration, microcirculation, and skin density over a 12-week period. So I love that. Number one, the study about getting into the bloodstream and having a positive impact inside the body, and then the outside study on the skin health. So really, really easy for me then to say, yes, tell me more about the opportunity. So for me, this is the best opportunity in the world for normal people to live life on their terms and to achieve their goals and ambitions. And we actually get a chance to dream again. There's no boss, so nobody's telling me to do this call tonight. There's no stock. We don't buy any stock. We don't deliver any products. You don't have to warehouse stuff in your garage or your cupboard or your spare bedroom, right? We don't hold any stock whatsoever. We get our own website and a virtual office, and we literally operate our business from home using our smartphone, as I'm doing tonight, right? I'm at home and I'm using my smartphone. Really, really simple. Even when the laptop's broke, you can still do this business, right? So to be able to do that and take the business around the world with you is absolutely incredible. The next thing about this is the community. The people are everything. And it was always the first time that I'd ever been a part of something where everybody says, yes, you can do it. Yeah, you know, no one ever says you can't achieve anything in this. If you tell somebody that you're going for a promotion or you want to earn a little extra income, everybody says yes. Not only that, we have a blueprint. So we have a system to follow that you can plug into, that the person who brings you into this opportunity will teach you, and it works. It's as simple as that. And you're going to hear stories tonight from people that are having amazing success with this opportunity. So that was me in 2009. I joined to earn a little bit of extra income. Again, give me a little wave if you've noticed the difference in your utility bills. Whose utility bills have gone up? Who's noticed the difference at the petrol pump? Who's noticed the difference at the supermarket, right? Inflation is happening. We're borderline going into a recession. So what that means is having a plan B is a great idea. Having a plan B, having a way to earn a little bit of extra income from home using your smartphone is a great idea. So it was the same back in 2009. There was a recession going on. There was a petrol crisis. I remember it very, very clearly because I couldn't afford to put fuel into my car. And it's a nightmare, isn't it? When you go to the pump and you try and stop bang on £20, you always end up going over by a few pence, and you've got to rummage around in the glove box looking for a couple of coins to pay the rest of the fuel bill. And that's not freedom to me. You know, what freedom is choices, being able to say yes to the things that you want to do and no to the things that you don't want to do. So that was the initial thing where I thought, yeah, the product makes sense. The opportunity is amazing. And I dived in with both feet. And honestly, I didn't really know what I was doing. We just sort of learn as you go with this business. You earn while you learn, but we've now created a blueprint that works. We now have a system that you guys can plug into, getting on our calls, following the structure that we have, that will allow you to build an additional income stream. And for me, 2009 was that moment where I thought, wow, I need to make some decisions to change my life. I need to up level. I need to step up. And this was the opportunity that's done it. And it was very, very much part-time, as I said. And then in 2012, we had a little bit of a rumble. We had a bit of a breakthrough with social media, and online world just started happening. And people started to order more products. People started to share their stories. We're in the business of recommendation. You know, we do it all the time. We go to a nice restaurant, we tell people about it. We watch a funny movie, we tell people about it. We go on a holiday vacation, we tell people about it. We tag ourselves in, we check ourselves in, we write reviews, and we're doing it already on our smartphones. So why not get paid for doing it? It's really, really that simple. So as we started to grow, more people joined, more people got great results from the product. By the way, if you're not in our group, join the transformation group. Over 50,000 people are in that group that have got amazing transformation stories, from using the product, from skin conditions to weight loss to even hair regrowth. And these aren't medical claims, by the way. These are just success stories that people have. So get yourself into that group. And guess what? When it's a great product, people talk about it, people share it, people post about it. And that's all that happened. And in 2014, we had our record-breaking month, and we actually did 38,000 brand new customers in 1 month. And that is what's totally going to happen again in 2023. But the time is now to get involved, to take action, to start building with us, because there is another momentum wave happening. Another growth surge is coming. So you need to be part of this opportunity. So without further ado, I'm going to now bring on Emma Snedden, who's got an amazing story and is a really close friend of mine as well. Thanks to this opportunity. I mean, we were friends before the business, but sorry, let me just do this. And now we're very, very close in terms of what we do with this business and the opportunity, the calls that we do. And Emma's got an absolutely incredible story. So Sneds, over to you.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for that, John. Every time I get on this call on a Monday night, I just want to sign up all over again, right? I always think to John, like, I feel like I start the business every Monday all over again because I love it so much. So thank you so much for jumping on and just finding out a little bit about this. I love Zoom. This was not around when I joined this business back in 2013. John was actually my personal trainer. That's how I found out about this. I used to go to his gym first thing in the morning at like 6 o'clock because I had a crazy, crazy busy corporate job. 6 o'clock in the morning was the only time of the day that I could fit in exercising. So I used to go to John's gym, and he actually introduced me to Juice Plus. But in 2012, I started to take the product. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the energy that it gave me. I started with the complete shakes first. just started taking that every single day for breakfast, because it was a meal I wasn't having. Like, I was probably like absolute guilty mum of that. Like, you know, made sure everybody else had their breakfast going out the door, but very, very rarely was looking after my own nutrition. So I felt, honestly, I can't even tell you how much better I felt just doing that, just having a healthy, proper breakfast every morning. And it was so easy. Like, I remember John saying to me, it's a minute to make and a minute to drink. You've got no excuses, because I was really in the, I'm too busy for that, and I'm too busy for this, and too busy. I was too busy for everything, right? And so definitely too busy to have breakfast. So that just took away all my excuses, because I could have, like, you could have it in the car, I could have it at work, I could have it at home, whatever. So I fell in love with the product. Lost a little bit of Christmas weight that I wanted to lose, but honestly, the biggest thing for me was the energy levels. My kids were little then, like 3 and 5, I think, and I was running on empty. Do you know what I mean? My default position when people said, "How are you?" I was like, knackered. That was just like, "Oh, how are you? Tired? How are you?" Knackered all the time. I was always knackered, like working long hours, parenting, running a home, all that stuff. Juice Plus changed, not just the business, but the product changed all of that, right? Just coming across this product changed my health, changed my energy levels. I was getting up earlier in the morning, waking up before my alarm clock, going to bed late at night, like just transformed everything for me. Just taking that product, started to take the capsules, fell in love with it. So because I fell in love with the product, naturally was recommending it to people, because that's what we do, isn't it? If you love something, you talk about it all the time. I mean, I've been using this product every single day for 10 years, and I still talk about it as excitedly and as passionately, probably, as I always did. And don't tell the company, but if I didn't get paid for it, I would still recommend it, right, to people, because I want people to feel good. And I remember saying to John, I just want, before I even got involved in the business at all, before I joined, bought a franchise, I remember saying to John, I just want everybody to feel as good as I feel. I want, like, all my friends, I was like, how do I tell everybody about this? I want everybody to, I couldn't believe how much better I felt. And then that's when John introduced me to the opportunity to actually earn an income from recommending a product that I loved. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's like utopia, right? I'm recommending it anyway. I love it anyway. I want to help other people to get healthy and feel great. I want other mums and, busy people to have the energy that I have. And I can get paid for that. I was like, I was going to recommend it anyway. I was happy to do it anyway. And he's like, no, like, it's 50 quid. You can own your own business. And at that point, I went, no, forget it. I haven't got time for that. Like, I haven't got time club. I haven't got time for breakfast. I definitely haven't got time to run a business. What? Like, I thought he was on, I don't know, some sort of crazy, I don't know what he thought, right? So I totally said no. So if you're thinking that, I get it, right? I totally get it. We have all these preconceived ideas, don't we? Oh, it's going to be time consuming. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be expensive. I'm not going to have time to do anything. It's none of those things, right? It's 50 quid or 60 euros to join. And you pretty much get that back in your first month. I don't know what the percentage is, but I know in 10 years, the vast majority of people who joined the business or got started have got that money back, certainly within the first 4 to 8 weeks anyway, because you only need a few orders. You get the first bonus is £80 or 100 euros. You've got that money back plus more. And here's, for the business people amongst you, here's the Brucey bonus, if you like. After that, everything's profit. Like, I've never seen that in Dragon's Den, right? Pay £50 or 60 euros, earn that back really, really quickly in like the first few weeks. Then after that, everything's profit. That's a great business model to be involved in, right? So I was like, well, there's no risk then, is there? Like, there's literally no risk. And as John said, you're not buying product. I thought you were going to have to like buy it and then like package it up and go to the post office. And like, if you had to do that, I would never have got involved, right? If you'd ever waited for anything from me at the post office, right? No, I would never have built any kind of business, right? Because who wants to do that after a full day at work? Go out to the garage and put stuff in bags and take it out. So because I didn't have to do any of that, everything is on here. My business, my customers, my team members, my friends, my social media, everything's literally in the palm of my hand. So I was able to do this, and what I always say to people, in the nooks and crannies of the day, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 5 minutes there, sitting waiting for a customer at my old job that I used to do, waiting for the kids to come out of school. As my business got bigger and I got more excited by it and wanted to do more of it, I got up a little bit earlier in the morning, started doing a little bit before I went to work. And the kids used to go to bed at 7 o'clock. We used to have what I call the 7 till 11 club. And I was like, right, I've done my job, I've done my day job, now I'm going to work on my future. And it's not even work, it's like chatting to people, get paid for talking to people and helping people to look good and feel good. So I fell in love with it. And honestly, guys, I cannot tell you, like, how envious I am of you, like coming across this now for like maybe the first or this, maybe this is the second or third call you've been on, but it's the best thing I've ever got involved in. It's so much fun. It enabled me to, it started as a bit of a hobby. I remember saying to John, if I can earn 200 quid a month, fantastic. Stick it all in the bank for Christmas. Right? I come from a big Irish family. Christmas is always really expensive, and I thought if I could have £1,000 in the bank, how cool would that be? I earned more than £1,000 in my second month. Never mind the whole year. Right, and I've never earned any less than that since, and that was nearly 10 years ago. Just by sharing a product that I love and helping other people to do the same thing, it is phenomenal. It enabled me to walk away from that full-time job. So when my children were 3 and 5, I very rarely saw them. I was at work all the time. Right, this business, getting involved with Juice Plus, enabled me to leave my full-time job at the end of 2013. I was able to retire my husband from his full-time job at the start of 2014. So for the last however many years, that is 8 or 9 years, I've been at home with my family. I'm here in the morning before they go to school. I'm here at night when they come home from school. I've got more than a full-time income doing that. It's the coolest thing on the planet, I swear. Like, I would have missed so much of my life, so much of my kids' life if I'd continued in the path that I was on in that corporate job that I thought that I wanted, right? It enabled me to move to Ireland, so relocated my whole family over here, didn't have to look for a job, didn't have to look for work, literally just packed up our stuff and we shifted, and it was done like that in like a few weeks. It's just changed everything for us. So I cannot recommend it enough. So enough from me. I want to bring on a couple of the girls to share their stories with you, just a couple of minutes each, because everybody's got a different background, and you'll see that over the next, I think we've got 4 or 5 people sharing just 2 minutes each. Different people, different backgrounds, different things going on. We are all over the world, totally global, whatever country you're in. You have customers, team members, friends, family in any of those countries. So I'm going to bring the girls on, share their stories, and then if I've got time at the end, I want to take you through something wicked called the power of numbers. So stick around for that, and that'll blow your mind. Totally blew mine. Right, first up, we've got Elaine. Let me see where she is. Here she is. I'll add you on. Okay, Elaine, I'm trying to unmute you. You are a senior partner, so you've had 2 promotions, which is an £80 bonus and a £250 bonus, well on your way to bonus number 3. Tell us a little bit about what this business is doing for you and why you recommend it to other people.
Absolutely. So I work extremely long hours. It's my birthday today and I'm 58.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I found myself completely stuck in a rut, uninspired, and just quite bored with life, which isn't me really. So after using the products to lose a little bit of weight, absolutely loving them, feeling amazing on them, I was offered the opportunity to have a go myself. To be honest, at first it was just to get my own products cheap, a bit extra money, but I looked at it, so it's gone now.
Okay, we're going to have to go back to you
from being bored into waking up excited again and motivated.
Hold on. I can't hear you, Elaine, so I'm going to come back to you, love. Your signal is terrible. So rather than like try and figure out what you're saying, I know what you're going to say is good. So we'll come back to you. We'll go to Violet, see if you can find a better signal, and we'll come back to you if we can after that. Let me just find Violet. 1 second, here she is. I'll just take. There you go. So Violet, let me just my little thing's gone mad there. Tell us a little bit. So you are a sales coordinator, so you have had the first 3 bonuses, which is fantastic. Tell us a little bit about what this business is doing for you and why you recommend it to other people.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me on. I promise I won't speak too long. I literally started on the products for a bit of weight loss. I was absolutely feeling pretty rubbish, to be honest. But yeah, started on the shakes and boosters. Absolutely loved my first month. I smashed the stone off. But not only that, my energy levels was completely different and people were noticing it. So I literally was approached by Emma again and asked would I join. Kept saying no, not for me, because I'm the world's shyest person, obviously. Which then I eventually said yes. Long story short, eventually said yes in January 2021, and I literally started on Zoom, because at that stage lockdown was on. We couldn't meet anybody. Bearing in mind, Emma was 2 doors down, which was absolutely amazing. Never knew her before. Built friendship with Emma over the past how long, 18 months, whatever it is. For me, it has done so many things, guys. Friendship has been absolutely amazing. The community side of things is absolutely fab. I've built some really, really, really strong friendships who, no matter if I ever didn't get paid in this job, I would still do what I do, because the friendships I've built is absolutely amazing. Finances, oh my goodness, guys, being able to do stuff with my kids on a monthly basis, days out. We've had many a days out. Today, guys, for example, I went in to lift the school books, and it was basically paid by Juice Plus. It was money there that I actually had to turn around to Steve, said, it's okay, I've got it covered. And anybody who is a stay-at-home mum, who is literally surrounded by kids, feeling like they have no purpose, this opportunity has given me purpose. It has actually given me the ability to actually pay bills, as before I struggled to. I had to actually fully rely on Stephen to do. And that's one of the biggest and hardest things for anybody, that if there's a single earner in a household, and there's a mum staying at home, or the dad staying at home, not being sexist or anything, but if there's one parent staying at home, not having an income is a massive, massive impact on that person's life. And for me, it was. So that's a couple of the biggest things that I've actually loved, being able to say, yes, you can actually go to McDonald's today, or yes, you can actually go to the cinema today, because I have money that I have literally brought in myself. And that's one of the biggest things that I actually would tell people. And I love helping people. And as John said at the beginning, the price of stuff is absolutely skyrocketed. I actually paid over 100 quid today on school books, and it was absolutely disgusting that we have to do that. But having this as a side hustle is absolutely amazing. And if you are sitting on the fence, guys, get off that fence, jump in feet first. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to get people started and in the position where I am today. So that is it.
Brilliant, thank you, Violet. Yes, welcome to Ireland, right? School books are insane here, how much school costs. The woman next to me in the same shop that Violet was at today, last week, her school books for whoever she was buying for €785. I literally was like waiting for her outside when she came out. Well, I've got something that can help you with that. It's phenomenal. Anyway, thank you so much, Violet, for sharing that story with us. Next up, we have Karen. Let me find Karen West. If you could put your camera on for me, I would be able to find you, I think. There she is. Okay, so Karen is a QSSC. Let me add you one sec, which is the next position up. So Karen has had an £80 bonus, a £250 bonus, and a £750 bonus, and a £1,000 bonus. So she's doing pretty well, right? So tell us a little bit about what this business is doing for you and why you recommend it to other people, please.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on. Firstly, I'm going to apologise. Poppy's in the background, in the bath, making a complete riot. So,
all right, we're a family business.
You can hear her. And the cats decided they want to come and join in. Yeah. So, yeah, I started the business 4 years ago, this month, actually, when I was pregnant with Poppy. I was working full-time still. I was absolutely exhausted. So it was the products that sort of initially drew me into it, and very, very quickly I was recommending them so naturally, because people were, she's making so much noise. Can you even?
Just carry on.
So people were naturally asking, "Oh, you look amazing. What are you doing?" So it was so natural for me to be recommending these products to other people, and it just made sense to be getting paid to do it. So fast forward to lockdown, I was working from home doing this, and when both my sisters were having that horrendous panic of what am I going to do with the kids, the schools are all closing, they were both essential workers, so both still going out to work, and so I instantly was able to say to them, send them here, it's fine, I can take them, I've got no issue with that. And things like holidays, like there's no stress of, oh, what am I going to do with the kids during the Easter holidays, the summer holidays, whatever, because I can do whatever I'm doing. I can do it from my phone wherever I am. And it's so amazing. Like Violet said, the community side of it is out of this world. I've made some of my strongest, best friendships in the whole of my nearly 40 years through this business. And yeah, I would do it even if I didn't get paid for it as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Karen. I really appreciate it. And you probably realise, guys, if you have kids, you can do this business. I used to think, people used to say to me, like, oh, I'm really busy with the kids. Most of us, when you're on Zoom calls, have got kids running around in the background. When you go to events, there's always people with children. It's totally inclusive, and we're all in the same boat. And it's one of the reasons why people talk about the friendship, right? It's because we're all in this like kind of boat together, where everybody's got stuff going on. Doesn't mean you don't need more money. Doesn't need you don't trust me, when you've got stuff going on, having money in the bank feels a lot better. Being healthy feels a lot better. So don't worry about if you've got that kind of crazy busy household. Most of us have too, so it's cool. Right, let me just bring on who have we got up next? Shafina. There she is. Let me just unmute you and bring you on. So again, totally different background, totally different lifestyle. Tell us a little bit about what this business does for you and why you recommend it to other people.
So like everyone else, I was a raving fan of the products. The opportunity was given to me. Now, initially, I said no, that I'm not a business person. And well, long story short, basically, I was in a 9-to-5 job. And to be honest, I'm also an actor. And being in a 9-to-5 job, I wasn't able to get time off very quickly when we have castings and auditions. And I didn't have the freedom. I was stuck. I couldn't get, say yes to every opportunity. What this opportunity has given me is that freedom. Long story short, when we fast forward a bit more, lockdown, basically, all I had was this opportunity to rely on. I wasn't able to do any other work. I couldn't do my acting work. And I only had this opportunity to rely on. And yeah, so basically, it's given me the freedom now to be able to go to my acting work, because this is all I do now. I do this plus my acting work. I don't have any boss or anyone to ask for permission to take time off. I have total flexibility. I can take this opportunity wherever I need to. If I'm on set waiting around, I can take it on my phone and do a little bit on that day. And when the days I'm not shooting, I can do more of this business. So I love that it has that flexibility, that freedom, and just looking at all the moms on the call in the future, I know that I can take this business with me as my life changes, whichever direction it goes on. So for me, it's given me flexibility. Oh my God, flexibility. It's given me friendships, and just support and everything like that. So I'm forever grateful just for that alone, definitely.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Shafina. Appreciate your time. Next up, and finally in this slot, we have Sarah. So I'm just going to bring Sarah on. Let me just move the spotlight there. Put you on. So let me unmute you. So Sarah is the next level up again, which is a senior sales coordinator. So the bonus for that is £1,800, which is super nice. And we're on our way to the next one, which is QNMD, and the bonus for that is £3,200. So you've totally transformed your life with this business and your family life. So tell us a little bit about what this business is doing for you and why you recommend it to them.
Yeah, sure. So hi everyone. So like everyone said, it's just amazing. So I've started doing this about 7 years ago now. Started around my full-time job and my little girl, started on the products first, felt amazing, was naturally telling everyone in my office all about it. So decided to jump in with the business and basically just gave up playing Candy Crush in the evening and did this instead. So it gave us a fantastic income around my full-time job. So it just gave us money each month, like to be able to put towards extra bills or like going out for days out and just having a bit of more fun and flexibility and be able to treat ourselves a little bit more. Then COVID's come along. I just carried on doing this around my little girl. And I was basically earning more than I did in my full-time job whilst I was on furlough, which was insane. Got a couple of promotions, which was fantastic. And then I got given notice of being made redundant, which was really terrifying to start with. But then we suddenly sort of realised, like, I've been going great guns with this, so let's just carry on with this. And that's like 2 years ago now, which seems insane. So I've now been able to do this around my little girl. Like summer holidays, I'm there for her now. Like, I'm not having to ferry her everywhere else and missing out on having fun. I get to be there and like have that special moments with her. I'm almost very ready for her to go back to school, but that'll come. But yeah, I'm so grateful that I get to do this and share that with other people, and like that there is another way. Like, you haven't got to be that mum that's always rushing to and from, and there is something better out there as well. So definitely, if you're sitting and thinking about it, like, just jump in, because it's honestly the best thing. Like everyone said, the community and like how it helped boost your confidence and stuff, it's just the best thing.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm super excited to see what happens with you in the next 12 to 24 months as well, because I know you've got building a great organisation, a great team as well. So thank you so much for sharing your story. Okay, let me just wrap up and then I'll hand back to John. So quickly, I wanted to share a little, just on that note, a little story with you about from my situation last night. So I used to work full time, as I said, a crazy busy corporate job, really, really long hours. Last night, my youngest son was starting high school. So he was 3 when I started this. He was just not able to sleep or whatever, right? And I was sitting in bed at like 2 o'clock this morning thinking, and I remember saying to him, I don't have to go to work tomorrow, mate. So it's cool. He was like, oh, I'm keeping you out. I said, it's cool. I don't know anywhere we need to be tomorrow. It's cool. Let's just chill on. Your story, like the old days, we'll watch a movie or whatever we need to do. I would have been stressing about that. If I had to go to work the next morning at like 6 o'clock and this is 2 o'clock and neither of us have slept, creates just that stress in your life. So Juice Plus for me hasn't just helped me with my health in my body, but it's helped me with my stress levels, right? And stress causes so much bad health in people, causes anxiety and depression and all sorts of, life issues when you're stressing about stuff. So those things that Sarah was talking about there, like stress in the morning and not having this like put your shoes on stuff because you've got to go somewhere. I cannot tell you how good it feels to not have any of that, but also to have a full-time income. A lot of people have that, but don't have the full-time income. You can have both, and you can definitely do that with this business. Now, we've run over a little bit, so I'm not going to run through the power of numbers. All I'm going to tell you is you have a choice, right? You can do this on your own if you want to and just build a customer base and carry on, and that's totally fine. But if you want to create all the bonuses and maybe change your life, maybe leave your job or work less hours or something, creating a team of people to do it with. Everybody's talked about the community tonight. Creating a team of people to do it with is the easiest and most fun way to create something that will pay you incredibly well on the 10th of every month. Go back to the person who invited you on this call and they'll be able to talk you through the power of numbers and what that is, or we can share a recording with you. But building a team is what gave me freedom and what creates freedom in your business. But creating a customer base is also what's going to give you an income too. I'm going to hand back to John, let him wrap up the call. But thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Amazing, Emma. Thank you. And what an incredible story. Absolutely love that. Thanks so much. And guys, thank you to all the speakers. Happy birthday, Elaine. Absolutely amazing. Have a great evening, and pretty good to have a birthday on a bank holiday Monday, right? So there you go. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for getting on the call. We do these calls every Monday and every Wednesday. Same code, and it's the same time every Monday and every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Lock in. Get started with us. I mean, it's just going to fly. So get in touch with the person that invited you on the call. Like Emma said, they'll explain the power of numbers to you. If not, you can get on Wednesday's call and we'll go through that as well. So it is all good. And honestly, you've got absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. And with our business, we get paid on the 10th of the month. And when Emma was talking a minute ago about Christmas, I was just thinking there's 3 more Juice Plus paydays in the run up to Christmas. So dive in. Honestly, imagine what you could earn by that 10th of December. Would you have a better Christmas with an extra few £100 in your bank? The answer is definitely yes. So thanks for getting on, and we will see you on Wednesday night. Cheers. Have a good evening, guys. Thank you.